basically, what I'm actually designing for, what I'm actually doing research for, is Vemora brand, and Vemora brand is actually a kind of a fashion brand. So, basically, the reason I'm doing this video is just to let people know how I do my research before jump into my software for designing logos and everything. So, Vemora actually has two root words, which is velvet and mora. So velvet is actually a fabric. It appears in different colors: green, sapphire blue, ruby, and royal purple, and all kind of colors like that. But then, the colors that stood out for me was the ruby red. But though, let me just continue doing the research so that you know how the thing goes. So the little things that I know, I put them down. I had the brand brief already in, so what I just used to just do a little research. Although I have some research with me already, but I need to know before. I need to do a visual research because the brand strategy is already done. So I need the visual research. So this is what I'm doing currently. So this is me going back to home. I actually found this Figma, Velvet color and everything like that. So I decided to explore. But this is not my plan in the first place. So I don't plan coming to Figma right now. I thought the Figma is going to give me the color palette that I saw on Chrome. But it's actually just teaching me how to generate more color palette on Figma. So I don't know. Well, my aim is to do a short video. It's looking like this video is going to take more than an hour. But let's see, because I'm not planning to do the I'm not planning to design the logo and showing it to be a tangent video. I will do the part of doing the designing the logo. So yeah, so now the moral actually means that. So that's what I'm actually looking for right now. That's the research I'm doing now. I was trying to look for the whole meaning and stuff like how I just have to go to ChatGPT and then start doing my research on ChatGPT and everything. So that's part of everything ChatGPT. I did that because that guy also, I feel like, remember stuff. So I used to be just to keep our friendship. No. So what's this identity, luxury, softness, elegance, sweetness, depth, comfort, premium quality, the environment, sophistication, and everything like that. So that's what I was into. When I go to moral, I have to, because normally on the brand brief that I have, moral means depth. So when I search for what's the meaning of moral on command, it was like giving me list stuff. I have to come to ChatGPT and say, no bro, can you help me with this? So he gave me depth, and one of the things I saw in the brand brief is depth. So when the meaning comes together, what they told me that the meaning is of depth on the brand brief. So I decided to pick the most valuable things that I have. So then I go back to Photoshop to sit down. So this is how I do my research. I do research a lot. So, but what the research I'm doing for now, is for what's called research I'm doing now is for visuals, it's for logo, not necessarily for the complete brand, the visual identity or what's it called, strategy. No, that's not what I'm doing for. No, I'm doing for the visuals, the logo. So I went to Chrome, search for depth. For what is the meaning of depth? Then I need pictures too. So I went to pictures when I try to look for an image that's communicate that better. So I keep searching. I saw one that I feel like it has a V shape because whenever we are actually doing research, everything has to be connected to each other. Like there must be connection. Good picture of or the good imagination of what depth actually looks like, which actually also form V shape maybe. So that's why I picked that one. Just when I see it, I'll remember what depth actually looks like and stuff like that. I know what depth means, so but then I need something to remind me of. I continue with my brand identity design, and Babette was moral, soft depth. So this rendering, when I know what I did first is that I knew what the meaning of those words are and the visual that I can use to represent those words. So after that, I now brought the two words together, which is Babette and moral. So Babette and moral, V and M. So first for a kind of logo, iconic logo. That's what that's the reason I brought V and M together. So this is me just trying my thing. I was trying to see how I can bring the two together. Although I've actually looked for fonts to use, so but everything I'm doing has to connect to each other. So my logo has to look the way my font looks like, or my font has to look the way my logo looks like. So everything has to be connected together. So that's what I'm doing, right? So I'm trying to see how I can bring V and M together. But I noticed one particular stuff that the M also actually has V in it, and which is the upper part. But let us continue. Let me continue doing this. So I was trying to do my stuff. So that's what I actually think of first, and just it's making sense little by little, but yet I'm still not there because I need that there are a lot of badass outside there that have done a lot of M and V and M up also got V and M letter too. I just know that bro, this thing I think I'm not there to start beginning. That's what I was doing. So I just keep on doing it. I go to Chrome, look for depth logo. Yeah, I was seeing some depths, how to visualize depth and stuff like that. So this is the icon. I try to use M as a depth, but I noticed that the depth has to be in a block form. So the M might not work because it's not actually in a solid block state that can form that kind of depth interpretation. But then, so I continue. I will look for one icon also that just like that and stuff like that. Yeah, now I'm on Pinterest. I'm on Pinterest trying to for my V and M logo. So I kept picking because the reason why I picked this particular logo is because my font actually looks like this. I've not really the font yet, but my font looks like this. So, and the way it has to be elegant, something that is not loud, something that looks luxurious. So that's why I'm actually going this direction. Anything that has a sharp edge is not what I'm looking for. It's not what I'm looking for at all. So I need to look for that curvy, like round shape. And so that's why I bought this. So this one. Then although I bought some that does not even go my direction, but because of what I'm looking, I can twist them and stuff like that. So that's why I brought them in. So this actually also have that round shape stuff. So that's why I brought this one in to be honest. And V and M or M and V logo even has A in its arc. But then that's not what I'm looking for. But it's just to give me an idea of what to do. That's why I'm bringing it together. So the reason I'm actually bringing this also in was because I've now thought of how depth should look like. Like depth should be a line. Probably if you are going to represent it with a line, it has to be a line that people will say on the surface, but then it will gain weight as they go downward. It will be more valuable when they keep approaching it. Like it's not that they just stay at the surface alone and they keep approaching it. So that's why I brought this one on too. So I continue to look for something like that shows what I understand by depth now, because it is my understanding of depth that is not giving me the creativity idea of what to do. So it's although most of those depth visualization logos, they look like construction company logo. I just need idea from it, that's why then them it's over it. So now I'm on Revit. So Pinterest, Revit means fabric. So I just gonna check how those fabric looks like. And yeah, I've actually had the idea of what fabric looks like. Fabric is just like that curvy, like they are not straight, they are curvy, interwoven lines and stuff like that. So I brought this in because I need that to actually explain what I'm looking for. So that empowering, you can see this vision now, it's very empowering. So that's what is giving me directions, and it won't be something that is straight curve. You can see the Verbet red this thing up there, so it's not looking straight, like it's curved and stuff like that. So I saw this image, it actually correlates with what I've been saying since, or what I've been doing since. So I brought that one again. So now my conclusion, Verbet and depth, which depth means moral. This is what I conclude for, and this is the part one of my research. This part of the things I was doing now, they are the one that forms mood boards. So they are not that form mood boards, directions to go and how to do it. So your research form mood boards, then from using the mood board to know the next steps takes and everything like that. So this is my research. This is my research. So the other time I'll be dropping a video, it will be that I'm actually creating a logo, like doing the logo already. So this is my research. These are what makes my mood boards, even to create mood boards. So bringing those visuals together is what creates my mood boards and gives me directions to go. So thank you for watching, and see you next time.
The hippie movement.